Very good morning to all the students of class plus 2C. Yes, beta, we are going to start new poem today, that is Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. By the time other students are coming, please note down the points written on the board. As you can see, I have written name of the poem, name of the poet, poetess. Okay, poet word is used for both the genders, but I need to tell you about that Adrian Rich is female. Fine. So I'm just waiting. I'll be waiting for 1 or 2 minutes more and then I'll continue. Please be punctual. Value even few seconds. You need to join well in time. Okay, let's start now. So this poem, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, written by Adrienne Rich. Fine, firstly, let me tell you about the poetess. Adrienne Rich, she is well known as one of the feminists. Now, who is a feminist? A feminist is the person who, has voice for the rights of the women and females. Fine, but it does not mean at the same time that a feminist is the person who does not support you can say male members of the society or the men. But the thing is, she basically writes about you can say the rights of the women. Clear? Even a man can be a feminist. Feminist does not mean only a female has to be a feminist only. Even a man can be the feminist, the person who has, you can say, who has written about female rights, who supports women rights. Fine, and that person is known as feminist apart from any gender. Okay, so this poem, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, written by Adrienne Rich, it is going to, basically there are two themes, but I have written four sub themes are also there. So the very first theme of this poem is supremacy of patriarchy. Now you might be thinking, what is patriarchy? Patriarchy is male dominance. Okay, you also call the society as patriarchal society. Clear? So first and foremost theme, the main theme of this poem is supremacy of patriarchy. Okay, that there is supremacy of male members in the society. Then second theme is marital responsibilities pressurize the women. I have not written the word marriage. Marriage pressurize the women, that will be wrong. Fine, because in what sort of marriage you are living in, that matters. What sort of relationship you are having and what sort of responsibilities are given to you. Whether the responsibilities are being shared or not, whether the woman is the only sufferer in the relationship. So due to that, there are marital responsibilities which pressurize women. So Aunt Jennifer actually is one of the characters in the poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. Okay, but that does not mean that we are going to talk about one character only. Aunt Jennifer is actually representing all the women of the society. Clear? So she is representing all the women of the society. I will be telling you about the tigers also. But firstly, let me tell you about Aunt Jennifer. Okay, so Aunt Jennifer being one of the characters of the poem, as well as she's representing all the women. Then clear, marital responsibilities pressurize women. So Aunt Jennifer is in a relationship, is in that kind of marriage where she is not at all happy. Clear? She's not at all happy. She's pressurized. She's suppressed. She's not able to breathe happily in that relationship. So a lot of problems are there in her life. Fine. So that is second theme. Third theme is gender discrimination. You can relate this theme with the supremacy or patriarchy also, but you can take it in a different way also. So gender discrimination, you know that in our society, I'm not saying that, yes, we are living in this era where equality is being talked about only. Fine. And but still there are a lot of places where women are not being given equal rights. There are many villages where women are still not supposed to work. Fine, they are supposed to sit at home and do household chores only. and male members are only allowed to go. Then there are some restrictions that women should do this, women should sit like this, they should behave like that. A male member can do this, female cannot do this. Fine. So there are a lot of, you can say, borders they have drawn. Some set of instructions are given. So that's why gender discrimination is also one of the prominent themes of this poem, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. Then last but not the least, very important theme, women emancipation. What do you mean by word emancipation? Freedom. Okay, women freedom is required, emancipation from all the restrictions is required, emancipation from all the oppressions is required. Clear? जो भी इसके ऊपर pressure है, she needs freedom, she wants to live freely, and her upliftment also. Clear? That we need to uplift the status of women in our society. No doubt it is being uplifted, but still a lot of work is to be done. Fine. So I was saying that I will tell you about the tigers now. You know, Aunt Jennifer is one of the characters who's going to represent all the women. Now, what do you mean by the word tigers in this? Tiger, okay, I will ask you, when you think of the that word tiger, what comes to your mind? You tell me now. When you think of, there are n number of animals, you know that, so there are certain traits which are associated with particular animal, fine, with particular species. Okay, Rana, you tell me, when you think of the tiger, don't read from the books, Lakshit Sharma, don't read from
Bravery, courage,
courage,
power,
power, very good. Anybody else?
wisdom.
Wisdom, fine. So according to Rana, when we talk about tigers, tigers are known to be courageous, brave, wise also according to him. Anmol, yes, Anmol Nagpal is saying strong and confident. Fine, very good. Anybody else? Yes, Hansika, what do you think? The ones who won't be participating in this, I am going to mark them absent. Make sure the ones who will be responding to me, they are present only. As simple as that. Okay. Yes, Gaurav, what do you think? Tigers represent? Tigers represent? Anushka, only 3-4 traits are there. I won't be wasting much time. There are at least, okay, hard work. According to Gaurav, tigers have this trait, hard work. Fine. You can type in the chat box, no problem if you are unable to unmute yourself. Okay. Rasika, bravery and power. Vanshika, male dominance. Okay. So most of you have associated the traits of carnivorous animals. Okay, Karthik. Fine. So mainly you people are saying that when we talk about tigers, bravery, courage, confidence, independent, fine, and hard work and wise and such kind of traits you are associating. So now here poetess has chosen the animal tiger only. She has not chosen any other animal, fine, dog, cat, anything else. Why? Because yes, you are right. These, you can say, tiger is, you can say, considered one of the, you can say, bravest animals, one of the confident animals, and above all a free creature. Tigers are considered to be free creatures, like free spirited creatures. They have access to any nook and corner of the forest. When you compare tiger to other animals, they are scared of tigers. Whenever a tiger is moving, they get scared. So in that way, tigers are considered to be very ferocious, confident. Their gait is confident, the way they walk, fine. And they are free, fine. Free spirited animals means they enjoy and relish their freedom. They do what they want to do, fine. So in this poem, tigers are representing two things. Please, very important thing it is I'm going to talk about. Very first thing is tigers are representing males, male dominance. Okay, they are representing male dominance and males specifically. Then second thing, why tigers are being used? Because women freedom, women, they need to breathe the air of freedom. Women want freedom like tigers. Fine, the way tigers or male members of the society, they have access to everything, whatever they want to do, fine, without any set of instructions given to them. Similarly, women also, they want emancipation like tigers, freedom like tigers. And when, what will happen when they are free? When women are also given rights to choose their own careers, to take decisions of their marriages, to take decisions of responsibilities they would like to take, fine, when they are free, then their upliftment is definitely going to be take place in our society. Clear? So this poem is not against male members, please. Okay, so don't think that this poem is going to talk about against, it is against the male members in the favor of the women. No, this poem is actually a kind of reminder to all of us that we need to work upon gender equality. We should not talk about gender discrimination in this century, in this era. We should, uplift the women in our own families first. Fine, in brother and sister, they are having both should get equal opportunities. If a woman is getting married, you see your, your mother and father should distribute the responsibilities amongst them. One should not have the only pressure. I'm not saying the only women, even male members, they should not be pressurized by the women's side. Both should have equal access to all the resources. Both should have equal responsibilities. They should divide in that way that your life is moving on in a very comfortable manner. Fine. So this poem is going to remind us that let's uplift the status of the women, because still there are places where women's status is not at all good. Is this clear to you all? Yes, send me thumbs up jaldi se. If any doubt is there in the introduction and themes of the poem, I'm just saying, seeing the thumbs up, and I will be marking you present accordingly. So Anushka, you will take note of attendance, okay? I have also taken screenshot, but in between students are coming and going. So Anushka, okay? Because Sukhmanjot is not there, she has the responsibility otherwise. Then you will tell me later on, fine. So please note down the word meanings beta now. I have already written for you these words from first stanza. Clear? Prance, jump, or walking by taking big steps. Prancing means jumping, or moving by taking bigger steps. That is known as prancing or prance. The next word is topaz. Topaz means bright yellow color. The color I have used on the board is topaz only. Fine, bright yellow color only. Then third word is denizens, means residents, inhabitants. Then fourth word is sleek. Sleek means very elegant, We say now that very sleek movement, elegant movement. Chivalric, this word is chivalric. It's not chivalric, okay? CH se start hota hai, but sound is sh. Chivalric means brave, courageous. Please note down these words. Last word is certainty. It means a confidence. Otherwise, certainty means something else. But in the context of this poem, in the context of Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, this means confidence. Okay. So have you noted down? Then I will start. Jaldi se. Okay. Note down these words. These words will come in this stanza number 1. And I have given you the space enough and time enough already when you were joining. So the moment students join, you need to note down what is written on the board. So I'm going to, please open your books. And it's the very last poem. Clear? Last topic of your book in itself. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. There are chapters left to do. It doesn't mean that syllabus is over, but it is written at the very last pages of the book. Okay, Adrian Rich. Adrian Rich, let me share the screen with you all now. Note down the words, beta. Is it readable? Chaliye. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers by Adrian Rich. About the poet. Adrian Rich, 1929, was born in Baltimore, Maryland, USA. She is widely known for her involvement in contemporary women's movement as a poet and theorist. She has published 19 volumes of poetry, 3 collections of essays, and other writings. A strong resistance to racism and militarism echoes through her work. The poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers addresses the constraints of married life a woman experiences. Fine. Constraints again means restrictions. Okay. Underline the word constraints. Constraints means restrictions. Okay. So they are telling us that widely this poet is known to be, you can say, part of women's movement, and she's considered as one of the feminists who writes for the WRITES, writes for the rights of the women. Second rights is RIGHTS. I'm talking about adhikar. Fine. So she was having, strong resistance. Every writer has a bent of different kind of writing. They choose various genres. So this is her genre. She basically is against racism, gender discrimination. She does not like it all, and she wants, she's against patriarchal society also. She wants that equality. So she's that kind of feminist who favors equality. Okay, so let's start the poem. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. Excuse me. This is the first stanza I have highlighted for you. Okay, and this poem just, it carries 3 stanzas, but very, you can say, metaphorical meanings will be there, deep meanings will be there. So please, you need to try to understand this very carefully. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers prance across the screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. So now poet Adrian Rich is saying that Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, actually, who are the tigers of Aunt Jennifer? Aunt Jennifer is actually weaving a pattern. You might have seen in the women who do embroidery. They have a wooden panel. In that wooden panel, they put one of the piece of the cloth in a very tight way, and with the help of the needle and thread, fine, they start weaving the patterns. You might have seen the during SUPW classes. Fine. So actually Aunt Jennifer is weaving a pattern on a wooden panel and cloth. Clear? So that's why they are saying Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. Okay. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers prance across a screen. So what is she weaving? Aunt Jennifer is weaving a pattern of tigers in a prancing movement. Prancing means jumping, taking bigger steps across a screen. Here screen means they're jumping from one place to another place, clear, by taking big steps. And now poet is going to tell us that what sort of tigers they are. The qualities of those tigers that she's weaving, they are bright topaz, bright yellow color. The color of those tigers that she's weaving is bright yellow color, and they are denizens. Denizens means residents, inhabitants, or you can also use the word dwellers. DWELLERS. N number of words are there. So improve your vocabulary accordingly. Okay. Denizens, dwellers, inhabitants, residents, any word you can use. So they are very, you can say, bright yellow in color, and they are residents of a world of green. Underline world of green means forest. Clear? So these tigers, they reside in forest. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. After telling the appearance of the tigers that she's weaving, now poetess is telling us the qualities associated with the tigers. Tigers are not at all afraid of anyone. They are very courageous. They are very brave. They do not get scared easily. They are not at all afraid of the men beneath. Beneath means under. Poetess is saying even men are sitting under the tree, or human beings' existence will be there. They do not fear of any person's existence at all. They are so free spirited animals. Fine. Such brave and courageous. All the traits which you told recently. They pace. Pace means move, the movement of the tigers. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. Means now poet is telling us the movement of the tiger. The movement of the tiger is very elegant. Sleek means elegant. Chivalric means brave and courageous. And they walk with such confidence, certainty. Clear? All these words, you have already noted down the meaning. So in the very first stanza, I repeat, Aunt Jennifer's tigers, they jump from one part of the place to the another part by taking big steps. They are bright yellow in color. They reside in forests. They are not at all afraid of any person. They move in a very elegant way, brave way, courageous way, and with certainty, with confidence. Is it clear to you all? Is it clear? Rasika, please repeat in your words. Very first stanza. Rasika, unmute yourself, beta. Jaldi se. I'm not asking you to switch on the video. I'm just asking you to speak. Unmute and speak, Rasika. Beta, please do give. No, no need to type, beta. You need to participate. Then you will type, then I will read that. Waste the time. Who else is there? Prabnoor. Yes, Prabnoor, can you speak? Those who are able to speak, please. Few lines you are participating. Nobody is going to judge you here. This is the participation to check whether you are listening or not. It's your own learning, nobody else's. Please.
Ma'am, the poet is describing about the lady Jennifer, who is doing embroidery on a piece of cloth.
On a panel, fine.
On a panel, and she has designed it with beautiful tigers, which are running fearlessly, which seems to be running fearlessly in the green forest. And she has described their beauty by comparing them with the precious yellow stone known as topaz. And she says that they appear bright yellow in the green forests, and they are fearless and not affected by the presence of men.
Anyone. They are not at all affected by presence of any other animal or any human being. Very good, Prabnoor. Well done. So it's clear to you. She has also repeated exactly. Fine. So the children who joined just 5 minutes before the period is going to end. Fine, Anshul. Please make sure that you join well. Otherwise, I'm not going to mark you present. Clear? So in the very first stanza, poet says that Aunt Jennifer's tigers, they move across a screen. They jump from one place to another. They are very bright and yellow in color. They are residents of forest. They are not at all afraid of men beneath the tree. They are moving in elegant way, with a brave way, and with certain confidence. I hope the very first stanza is clear to you all.